So good morning, friends. This is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad and Immigration. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and previously worked in Conestoga College and Mohawk College as the International Students Recruitment Officer. Welcome to our daily live QA session and to the talk. Today we have the pleasure of inviting Sriram and his spouse Alekia to the talk, our CIP International Student Review. I think it's almost about 6 a.m. for them. They are based in British Columbia. So good morning and welcome to the talk. Yeah, you can unmute now. Yes, please. Yes. Yeah. So
Yes.
good morning, Alekia.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So yeah, Alekia just joined us. She just wanted to get clarification on the uh, you know study visa process, and I she was gracious to join us for the talk. So first question I always have. So Alekia is studying at Trinity Western University, and Sriram applied for spouse open work permit through CIP, and they are both in Canada. In where are you living, both of you? Which place in BC?
In Vancouver,
You're
Burnaby.
in Vancouver. Okay, Burnaby, Vancouver, beautiful place. So is Canada meeting your expectations, or you want to pack your bags and go back?
Yeah, reality, I want to pack and go back, but yeah,
But it's a good year.
So
it was
you how
over.
do yeah,
It
so
was
how do you like Vancouver? It's a beautiful city to live in, Burnaby,
yeah, it's a
Vancouver.
beautiful city. Vancouver is a great.
Today it's snowing too.
It is snowing, right? You don't really get that fun in Vancouver with the snow, so a lot of interesting things happening in Vancouver. So, Alika, you were studying at Trinity Western University. You're almost done. You have another 4 months to complete. So, how was your experience studying at Trinity Western University? And in general, you find your place where you live in, is it safe? And your experience, coming to Canada and living there, how do you feel about
Yeah, the Trinity Western University, it's like completely somewhere like Indian and Iranian college.
international
Professors are
students?
all from, yeah, so professor were from Canadian. It was like have a good education system. They like give you all material, no issue about searching for books and everything. And another thing was the professors are very friendly. The good thing is like if you don't have the accent to pick up English, they are okay to change their accent also. And it was very comfortable for for all of the Indian students, especially.
What are you studying at Trinity? Masters in,
MBA,
you're doing your
business
MBA,
administration.
and Masters in Business Administration. That's good. So, what was your, so how was your experience with CIP processing? You never visited our office, right? I think you met me once in the office, but did you process everything every day from the office? Were you doing virtually from home?
Completely virtually from home with the help of Akhila ma'am and Uma ma'am, both of
Yeah,
them.
like you guys are great actually in that. The SIP is very helpful to us.
Just it's a wait
Uh,
for a message and Akhila ma'am will be always on the line. Yeah, I'm here. Just let me know what is it.
and my spouse were dependent visas, like a smooth sailing with Uma. And it's a great process actually. I really
Very,
enjoyed.
very
I
nice,
mean,
very nice.
I'm trying to help her, but she said no. We will do everything.
That's nice. Yes, I think we only charge like about 10,000 rupees for our students for the spouse open work permit, right? Okay, yeah. So, like we always talk about the challenges students have faced. We want to ensure that prospective students in India will get their ground reality and prepared for the challenges because studying abroad, living abroad is not easy. It comes with the challenges. So, you came as a student, Alekia, and Sriram, you recently landed as a spouse open work permit. Like, what do you guys see the challenging? What are the most challenging challenges have you faced here in Canada in your transition, right? As a newcomer, as a student, as a dependent work permit holder, what challenges have you faced?
The challenges I faced is to find a home. It's very hard to hear. You need
Yes.
to have like proper
Credit check.
documents and everything, credit check and everything. Otherwise, uh, you need to pay a lot of money to get a room beyond market price. Uh, so that is where the housing is the problem right now. I don't know about earlier.
Housing is the biggest challenge in Australia, in UK, in US, in Canada. What has happened is post-pandemic, the number of people, international students has surged in all these countries, and it has grown more than expected, and there is housing crisis everywhere. But again, this is your first challenge, and I always advise international students, please make sure that you have extra money, especially Vancouver is one of the most beautiful and expensive cities in the world. Very beautiful. I lived there in one of this, overlooking the bridge, and it's expensive. So please make sure that you have extra funds to support Airbnb or any other temporary rental you will find eventually, especially you are from IT, there are job opportunities here. But please buffer yourself for the first 1 or 2, 1 to 2 months. Accommodation expenses will be high for all the prospective students, right? So housing is expensive. So how did you find the housing, Alikia? Right, you're already here for some time, right? So where are you living and how much are you paying?
Uh, as earlier when Shriram was not there, I was sharing with a room with my friends. Mostly all of them were CIP people only. So it was quite a good. I was only paying around 800 for my personal room. And after Shriram came, we moved to near Barnaby. It is like around 2,600 for a whole apartment, 1 BHK apartment. So yeah.
You taken an apartment. Okay, yeah. So well, right. And how long did it take you to find?
Yeah, it took us around 3 months to get this apartment. That they took Indian credit checks and everything, and then they want the funds to show we have some couple of funds in India, so we just show the statements and everything to get this.
Yeah, so very important, guys, to understand here in Canada, you don't get an apartment for tomorrow. So most apartments are rented out 2 to 3 months in advance. So, for example, there is a private property management company which owns this apartment complex. They already know that the current family who is living in the apartment, they are leaving in 2 months or 1 month or 2 months. Inform the apartment ahead, so they already give upfront. So it's not easy to find an apartment 1 month. General rule is 2 to 3 months is what you will have to look. So you might have to stay in a temporary accommodation until then. Okay. 2 to 3 months is a normal timeline uh, for finding apartments here. Unless there is an immediate vacancy, it's usually takes 2 to 3 months to find an apartment. But apart from the housing, what other challenges did you face here?
Apart from the housing, the job market is little low right now. I don't know exactly how is earlier, but if you have a right skills, you can find it. But the thing is that people here are looking for a Canadian experience, even though you don't have it, but you have to grind it, find it. You have to apply for a lot of.
It will work. If you look at our
Yes.
Instagram, there are so many CIP student graduates and work permit holders who have been successfully in getting a job. Your skill set matters, and your work permit length also is very important. You need to get it done as extended as soon as possible, but eventually you will work. So, did you get any interviews like you started applying? So how do you see, like, did you get any interview calls recently?
Yes, I got like around 10, 15 calls. But the problem is everyone looking for a visa. Visa should be your visa expiry date should
Yeah,
be
guys, so
longer
very
than
important.
what.
Please make sure that you have at least 1 year spouse open work permit if you're coming as a work permit holders, and then it becomes much more easier for you, right? Yeah. So, Alekia, about your study in the college, Trinity Western University, right? So you will be graduating. So in general, overall, the campus and the experience, are you satisfied with the experience out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that college, especially when I was like first joined to Langley, but since it was very far for me, so I asked to Miss Akhila ma'am to help me regarding to move it to Richmond, and she just did like this, and it was very pretty good. It's not pretty good; it's very good campus. Yeah, it was city center.
Richmond.
No,
Okay.
yeah,
Langley is a beautiful campus, bigger than the Richmond campus, but Richmond is more, near the airport. It's a
convenient.
smaller campus, very small campus. But again, if you're not really worried about the campus size, Richmond is okay,
Even the
right?
campus size are small. All activities have been done there, like uh, barbecue party and the extracurricular activities like meetings. Everything was there, so
That
no
that
issue
is.
about it. Yeah.
Mhm. So, what did you advise all prospective students who are planning to come to Canada or to Trinity Western or to Canada? What do you advise them to be ready with the challenges? You are married, you left your husband at home, you came here, you started all this journey yourself, single, right? And I think your husband probably will say, I don't, people change. This 1 year or 8 months, what you independently lived here will change your personality and your the way you behave as well, right? I think your husband probably has noticed that.
Gautam, so you won't believe when we came to you, we were boyfriend and girlfriend at that time. And I came here. I got a college here. Then I came back to India and I got married. Everything happened in this 1.5 month, 1.5 year. So the only thing think I got changed, like I was team lead in India. Now from there, completely I started from the scratch here. I have
No, I mean, not
applied
from
for
the professional perspective, but your personality in the sense like coming
that's what
from
I'm
India from.
yeah I was completely changed. I was like, oh, it's a good thing, it's like I'll get job here, everything. And but from when I came here, I understood you have to start everything from scratch. I was too much like I was very calculative about money. I was checking everything so precisely, not like I was there in India like, okay, it's okay, fine, it's 100 rupees, nothing. But here I was so calculative. And especially the good thing happened here is like I got to know the world, what is there, how everything is there compared to India. So yeah, it's a
Well,
good stuff. Yeah,
it's good.
people are
Yeah,
good here, especially
people are
Vancouver.
good, right?
Yeah, BC people are good. I feel.
Right. So, would you, I understand you put in so much effort. So, would you, given an opportunity, if you get your PR, would you live in Canada?
Yeah, I
And yes,
that's why the main target was for PR. So I came here.
that's nice, Emma. So for all the CIP students, remember the Zoom link is a permanent Zoom link. This is active from from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Anytime you have issues, feel free to join, guys. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining. And one last question before you go. What would you advise all the students? Like, what should they be ready to be successful and to, uh, go through this journey from a student to uh, you know, and to settle
For,
initially in the sense like, the challenges, the initial challenges.
yes, first they need to have money first. They need to have good money to get started. They should not feel like, okay, people say that, if you go to Canada, you get take a job, money, like, you get a part-time job and you can pay your fees and everything. Not going to be happen. You're gonna be
It
face
takes
the
time.
reality of
Yes. See, my advice to all students is please, you will be lucky to cover your expenses, but paying your fees with your part-time job and covering your expenses is tough. These days, last 1.5 year, people were able to work full time, but it will come at a cost of you not focusing on your study.
Yes.
yeah. And if you are a student from India, also if you are a student, you need to build your skill set here.
Yes.
And without skill set, it's not that easy here. Uh, but you need to have very niche skills to get success. Someone who say, I want to have $1 million or something like that, you have to be some kind of like genius to run it here.
There's
Otherwise, you're gonna face a reality here. You're stuck with the minimal jobs, and you can't even go beyond that.
Skill sets are very important. Jobs, IT is important, right? IT jobs, these are important. And once you get your PR, guys, entrepreneurship will make a lot of money. One of my friends in IT, he is younger to me, very nice. He graduated from University of Waterloo, and he is a small-time entrepreneur. He's working in cloud and he works the services. I think yesterday I was just talking to, a couple of days ago, I was also talking to two or three of our students who are working, who have two jobs in IT. One guy, I think Gopal, he bought a Tesla. He's making about $200,000. And my friend, I was telling, he started a small cloud management IT services, and he makes almost a $500,000. So, guys, so it takes time to settle down. Nothing happens overnight. It is a lot of hard work. Remember, if you are not willing to work hard and if you're not willing to think out of the box and do something, it is going to be very difficult to, when you're starting your life again and building. So, your skill set is very important, technical knowledge, especially if you're in IT. So, you have to focus and be successful. If you don't want to put extra effort, you want things to be very easy. It is not going to happen. You have to forget study abroad and living abroad. Okay. So that is very important. Well, thank you guys for joining at such a short notice. And I hope you will have a successful journey here in Canada. We are here to support you. Will be a bit of a pain for you, Sriram, because your spouse open work permit has a very limited duration. So please reach out to us and we will apply for the extension and hopefully you can find some employees. It is a very silly logic, right? We know that your spouse open work permit will be uh, will actually be extended. So no big deal with that, right? Should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sure. Thank you, and
Thank you.
have a nice day ahead. Okay. So,
Okay.
Alekia, you have my details. You have all the groups. Anytime you have any issues, so we have myself, Sandeep, and one more team member, Kautalya, joining us here. So we'll take it forward from there. Okay.
sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Welcome. Sure. Take care.
Thank you.